Hey, welcome to tonight's Midlife Girl Chat. How's everybody doing? I'm getting on here just a little late tonight, and I'm flying solo tonight because we just had a little bit of a quirky cancellation. So I'm just going to get on here, and I thought maybe my light's flickering over there, kind of scary. I would answer some of those questions that I get about menopause or perimenopause or what's happening or what to do. So I decided to do that. And if you guys come up with any questions as you're going through this, listening to me, or anytime, either, throw your questions down here in the comments, but also send me DMs or, make whatever. Let me know your questions, because that's what we're here for. We're the Menopause Rebels, right, girls? And our what do I want to say? Our deal is we don't want to deal with menopause in what, how do I want to say this today? We don't want to have to deal with menopause the way it's always been done. We want to be able to stand up. We want to be able to get the answers, and we want to be able to take control of what is going on with us. So please ask your questions, because this is what I'm here for. We're here to help you out, get you through this phase of life. And that's what it is just a phase, but sometimes it can be a rough phase and it can be hard to get through. So, yeah. Please give me your questions. I'd be glad to do that for you. So my first question, it says, I'm in my 40s and I've been noticing some changes in my menstrual cycle, and I'm moody lately. And how do I know if these are signs of perimenopause and what symptoms I should be aware of? So those are definitely signs of perimenopause. And I know I've talked about it before, but in case you haven't been around here, perimenopause starts somewhere between mid-30s to mid-40s, typically around 45-ish or so. And that's when the ovaries are beginning to decline, when your egg supply is starting to run out. Estrogen, progesterone are starting to decline. And so that's when you start getting these symptoms. So we're working from childbearing years to no periods at all. And it can be a rough ride sometimes. I can't remember what it was, like 15% of the women fly through without an issue. So they're the lucky ones. And if you want to be one of the lucky ones, this is what we're here for, at least to help you through. So, but yeah, those are a few of the symptoms. Definitely perimenopause, mid-perimenopause time, because average age for menopause is the day you've gone 12 months without a period, and you're officially done and over with it. And then after that, you're postmenopausal. So somewhere between 45-ish or so until 51-ish is the time that you're going to be going through that period. Some women got company. Some people are sooner, some people are later. It's all a matter, each person's different. So definitely as you go, you're going to start to see some changes in the menstrual cycle. Things might get a little lighter, a little heavier, smaller or shorter time periods, longer time periods, just very irregular. And moods can definitely be on the swinging, so hang on for that. Some other things that we don't necessarily realize are part of that, and we might go to the doctor for this or go for that, and they're going to just treat that symptom when we don't even realize that this is going to be part of what is going on through that stage. So some of the things you could be getting is some acid reflux or heartburn, and anxiety, depression. And so we'll kind of a little bit stop there. The acid reflux and the heartburn, Kim takes care of that stuff with their gut health, so definitely checking that. Anxiety, depression, we're going to have, the doctors are going to want to give you antidepressants or anti-anxiety medication. So just know that is a piece of that. Arthritis, you can start to get it, or it can start to flare up. I know, I'm trying to think how old I was when, like, I looked down one day and I have bad knees, and so I just looked down one day and I was like, my knee was huge, and I had never seen it that big before, and I've tried things and it's still that big, and I think it's gotten bigger. But I was in my probably in my 50s maybe. And then asthma. I got my diagnosis for my asthma in my 40s. Getting there, starting that descent, right? So they can either show up or they can worsen. Body odor is another thing. Has your body odor changed? Does it stink worse? Vertigo is one. Itchy ears. Can you believe that? Itchy ears. And then migraines. So are you starting to have migraines, or are they getting worse? Brain fog, we all know that. And that's a lack of estrogen, because we have estrogen receptors in our brain. And when we're not getting that estrogen to the brain, that's when we kind of start feeling that fogginess. Dry mouth is another one. And joint pain, I think that kind of goes with the arthritis, but I know everything snaps and pops now that didn't before. And then heart palpitations, and that's part of it. And you know, the doctors may just treat you just for the heart palpitations. And the deal is we're treated in our society, you know, we're treated. Oh, my arm's getting tired here. I'm holding today. We're treated by the symptom. We're not treated as a whole. And so, the dog is going crazy right here. We're not treated as a whole, and so they're just looking at that specific thing. So those are a few things going on. So yeah, those are some symptoms that's happening. Okay, next question. I am interested in exploring natural options for managing symptoms before considering hormone replacement therapy. Actually, they call it hormone therapy now, not just hormone replacement. So what can I do? So several different things you can do. Diet is a big one. Just trying to, and of course that's part of what Kim does too, if you have questions. Getting more of a whole foods type of diet, getting rid of that processed foods. That processed stuff is junk, and it's not going to feed your body and give your body the things you need. I know it tastes good, it feels good for the moment, but in the end, you know, so getting your veggies and your fruits and the good stuff that's going to give you the nutrients and the everything you need to just keep going. Getting some regular exercise. And as we age here and the estrogen starts to decline, it is muscle tone, or we need it for muscle strength. There we go. So our muscle strength starts to go down here as the estrogen goes down. So definitely keep doing some strength training. God, I got a lot going on here and distracted me today. So yeah, strength training, bringing down the intensity of workouts, getting some impact, just because that'll help with keeping bone compressed. Let's see, stress management. That's so big, and it's so hard because estrogen, progesterone, they've been the ones to kind of balance us out, or whatever craziness they do for us. And now that they're going away, then cortisol becomes our king. And this is kind of crazy because I was just doing a recording for a summit I'm in, and that was the part of, actually, this is all a piece of, I mean, it's like what I was talking about in that summit. Stress reduction, yeah. So cortisol kind of becomes king, and we stress out easier than before, and things that were minor stresses to us become big stresses. And that's one of the reasons they say bring intensity of your workouts down, just because that's a stress on your body, and so our bodies just don't react as well to that sort of stress. And sleep is huge. Back to the stress reduction, because Kim, stress reduction, there we go. Yes, so things like doing some meditation, some prayer, yoga, just things that are going to make you feel good, some deep breathing. Dang, this is really part of what I did the other day. And then sleep is important, getting good quality sleep. So those are some great things you can do. If you're looking for some natural type of remedies, I'm going to give you these lists. These are ones that they say that is not my strength here is herbs. Black cohosh, evening primrose oil, dong quai, maca, red clover, and vitex are all some natural herbs. There you can go that you can use. I do stuff with essential oils too, if you're ever interested in any essential oil information, because they're plants. They're just in an oil versus in the plant form. So, okay. Next, I have been experiencing mood swings, irritability, and anxiety lately. What can I do? Okay, so practice self-care. And you know what, it doesn't matter what, you want to practice self-care. That's so important in doing, and that's something we didn't do as we were younger when we should have. So taking some time for yourself, and I even talk about each day taking a little time out for yourself, whether it's like first thing in the morning, later in the evening, something to just take care of you. And it could be sitting and reading a book. It could be taking a nature walk. It could be taking a hot bath with some candles lit. Just anything that is going to make you feel better and give yourself time to good glory, time to be you and do your thing. And it's stress reducing. Let's see, getting support from family or friends. And I like to say that's a big thing, is finding those people that are going to be there to support you. Find your community, your tribe, whatever you call it. And remember, I have the Menopause Rebel Facebook group. Jump into that if any of that is in, like, looking for that support, because we're there too. That's what it's there for. So finding those people that are going to be there to support you through it, especially if they've already know. I mean, if they've been through it, they know. And back to, regular exercise and stress reduction. Isn't it crazy how it keeps coming back around to diet and stress and sleep and all of that stuff? A lot of times, like, our moods do change, and we can have the swinging moods. Those are the crazy things, but we can get the depression and the anxiety during this phase. And it's okay to shut yourself off for just a little bit. If you need to go talk to a counselor, that's great. I have different people who do different modalities of healing. If that's something, because I like to talk about is dealing with your past hurts and traumas, because they hang out there, and we have that little inner child, that little, your little being from when you were little that keeps those feelings bottled up. And so dealing with some of those, and that can help with some of that. Sleep. Yep, sleep. Okay. And then, see, it says, I have heard mixed opinions about the safety and effectiveness of hormone therapy. Can you explain the different types of hormone therapy available and how to weigh the potential risks and benefits? So they're coming out now, and they're saying the studies that were done that said that HRT is terrible, get rid of it, don't want to use it, is not, they weren't good, valid studies. So those are ones that, I mean, is changing, is definitely changing. I know that I gave it up, and I didn't do it, I guess, because I'm doing hormone replacement. Hormone therapy, I guess. And I didn't do it for symptoms, but I did it for the health benefits that we get. Estrogen is needed. Like I said, there's estrogen receptors on the brain. We need that. And it's good for your cardiovascular. And it is good for bone health and a few other things. And I'm just always like, if I can't, if I can't use something to protect myself, dementia, Alzheimer's, cardiovascular stuff. And we just know that the amount of women that have been diagnosed with dementia and cardiovascular issues since they quit using hormone therapy has just significantly increased. So it's okay to use it. Have a conversation with your doctor. Just know that not all doctors are real well educated on it. Oh, my arm is getting tired again. Sorry about that. And it's just starting to come back out again, right? About that it's okay to use. There are some potential side effects, but different forms, you can use them orally. There is patches. You can do a combo patch, like an estrogen progesterone combo patch. You can do just a estrogen patch and oral progesterone, and they have like a vaginal estrogen you can use too. If you have a uterus, you have to have progesterone. Otherwise, not. It's just the estrogen. So different forms of using them. The patch I put on and change every 3 or 4 days, and then take the oral progesterone. So those are out there, but there's so many protective qualities for them. Definitely doing your research, but the more it's come out, the more they're saying that there's not as many risks. It's got busy in my house. Not as many risks as what they thought, and that many women can use them. And some forms are, like the vaginal cream, is allergy season. Safe for almost everyone, and that just will help with some of the dryness and the itchiness that we get in those spots, right? Okay, so those are a few of the things I have. So definitely do your research on dog is going crazy. Do your research on the hormone therapy. There's a few different gynecologists out there that are really doing a lot of talking about them. So finding those people who are going to know the know, and you can get educate yourself on that, know the facts, and that way when you can go talk with your healthcare provider, you kind of have that with you, because it's still just not, I just have a coworker who's been trying to deal with stuff, and she just keeps getting told, no, you can't do that, you're too young. And she's not necessarily young yet. She's young. She's younger than me, but it's where she's at is that's what she could use. She would feel better, and she knows it, but she just can't get her provider to do it. And some of them are still saying, oh no, this is terrible stuff, it's not safe. So just educate yourself so when you go talk to your healthcare provider, your gynecologist, that you have those facts with you, and then you can, and even you can make a more informed decision for yourself too, whether it's the right thing for you to do. I just know that I have felt better. I kind of went through like reverse perimenopause there. I had hot flashes for a couple days and some weird feelings, but I just feel better now, and I'd say I'm such a nicer person, not as cranky. So that's just a few of those questions that I've gotten, and I am thankful for y'all for listening, and send me your questions, because this is kind of fun on these days when I don't have anybody with me, just to be able to get and sit and chat with you all and answer what your most burning desires are to know too. So thanks for joining me tonight. Everybody have a really great week, and we will see you next Monday night for another Midlife Girl Chat.